Hi everybody, I hope that you guys are doing well. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm hearing the word doubt. Okay. If there's something that you've been worrying about, if there's something that is upsetting you, what it looks like to me is that like the more you engage in this, the more you like even make it concrete, is the more like even confusion that this brings. So it's something that you want to be mindful of. How are you handling yourself when you're feeling stressed out? Is there something that you're fixating on also? Is there something that you're resisting? Feels also being mindful of the situations that you put yourself in, being mindful of the way that things energetically are impacting you, and if you feel like something is causing like further suffering for you, to be mindful of that, because it just like even perpetuates this sense of emotional confusion. I'm seeing something that looks like it's connected with something even going on socially for you. Something that you may recognize, hey, when I do that, Aquarius, first major arcana, hey, when I do that, I recognize that this is like getting back into an old habit, one that doesn't further me, one that kind of stunts my growth, things along those lines. So what's been going on that needs to end? Is there like something or someone that you're hanging around that you feel is just bringing a sense of sadness, mistrust into your life? What is perpetuating this feeling for you? Feeling uneasy, anxiety, worrying, stuff like that. And how do we use our discernment to turn away from these things? How do we use our discernment to turn away from these things? Does this bring me clarity emotionally, intuitively, or does this create more of a foggy scenario that I'm trying to find myself through? Looks like there is a massive like undertaking, a massive revelation even, that you're getting to the point of seeing something that had been stifling you. I'm seeing this be something connecting with like someone you're connecting with, an environment that you're connecting with, a way that you had been connecting socially, or like something that you had been like even ingesting. I'm hearing voluntarily, and I'm also hearing energetically. You shifting your perspective is going to be of assistance. So I'm looking at Aquarius, Pluto, the Moon, Mars, Neptune. Is there something you're engaging in that is causing further mayhem even? And how do we use our discernment to follow our intuition? What it looks like is that the more you lean into zooming out, the more it's going to help you even like understand and see yourself, to feel like more of a sense of like confidence in what it is that you're doing. More sure of you, more sure of your path. More sure of you, more sure of your path. In alignment, connecting with the truth. I'm here gravitating towards an epiphany. It looks like there's like a truth that you remember, like something that you even realize that helps you see there had been something going on that was putting you in a space of feeling mistrusting of the path, lacking acceptance, getting really rigid, like focusing so much on something that we were even losing our perspective when we were doing this. The influence of something energetically around you. Catching sight even, understanding how this had been impacting you. I'm looking at Capricorn and Aries next to one another. Capricorn, Aries, Scorpio. So, you see something, you recognize something. Ace of Swords is when it's like lifting the veil, seeing behind what was going on. The devil can speak about dependencies, attachments, addictions, illusion. There may be something that it's easy to cave into and it may be very hard to separate yourself from. However, the more disciplined you are, the more regimented even when it comes to your actions, the more you're embracing the flow of things, the more you're allowing yourself to change, the more you're allowing yourself to evolve. And as you come out on the other side, a door opens. A door opens that hadn't been available to you before. But now is the time it becomes accessible to you. This looks like a shift away even from like some sort of materialism or material connection to something greater than that. Okay, so I'm seeing something that you had been feeling like focused on, something that had been worrying you, like this feeling of being subdued. The Nine of Swords also speaks about like all of our energy being like really gravitating towards the head space where it's not flowing from the other chakras. So there's something that you recognize, like this is bringing a lot of worry towards me. Like, what am I doing that is perpetuating this feeling for myself? Seeing what that is, using your discernment to figure it out. It's kind of like solving a case, and to recognize what is being revealed to you. Now you have the opportunity. We can either listen to our higher knowing, we can listen to what it is that we're feeling and allow that to trump like even physically what we're picking up on. So this is about like leaning more into your higher self, leaning more towards the High Priestess, connecting with the High Priestess, rather than connecting solely with things that like are of a worldly nature that brings just more confusion, less clarity, less understanding to us. Now, I'm seeing a tower and I'm seeing the Emperor here. What it looks like to me is that there's a shift that you are undergoing, and something falls into a space where you recognize like even the control that you have within a situation, and understand like how you want to move pieces around and what you want to be doing. I'm seeing you connecting with your guides here. It looks like there is information that you're receiving as you're moving through this process, and it's allowing for a change where something had been sabotaging or perpetuating something that you didn't want in some way. And now there's this understanding, if I want to fully immerse myself, if I want to move in flow with this change, I recognize that I can't continue to do this anymore, whatever that is. This can be self-deception, it can be like buying into some sort of illusion, it can be like a lack of self-trust, stuff like that. And now I'm seeing there be like help with something that may have been like difficult to work through. I'm seeing an opportunity that becomes available to you. This is connected with soul mission, soul path, healing, you connecting and embracing your energy, doing so from a space where you feel like you know where you're going, and you also feel like you're showing up for yourself. There's a sense of feeling self-assured here, and knowing that this is right for you, what this is that you're doing. Something that you want being realized. Something that you're aspiring towards. Looking at the Six of Pentacles. Reciprocity when it comes to connection, when it comes to love. I'm looking at Pisces here. And Cancer. Before, something had not been making sense. And now things fall into place in a way where they're being realized. It even seems like getting through this space that subconsciously needed light brought to it, awareness brought to it. And in seeing that truth, it allows you to see like where you had been holding yourself back, where you had been in a space that you felt limited, and recognizing that you aren't any longer. Recognizing that it was mental as well. I'm even seeing this be the opening up, the expansion of your mind, of your spirit, seeing possibilities that you had not been able to perceive before, that you had not been perceiving before. Even recognizing what you have access to now. By listening to yourself, by hearing what your intuition is telling you. By seeing too that you may have been in a situation where when it came to what it was that you wanted and what it was that was happening, meaning like a desire, a model, an expectation had been differing from reality in some sort of way. Because inner conflict comes from there being two of something, there being a sense of duality. So this is immersing things. And I'm even seeing something that had been deeply subconscious, deeply submerged, that is now being brought back up to understand where this inner conflict had been residing and what it had been about. Bringing everything to the forefront. Which makes it a little bit easier to swim through. Recognizing that you have everything that you need to get out of this space, to remove yourself from it, even by getting more creative with your solutions, This is a moment where you recognize your power, where you recognize what you can do, where you stop limiting yourself, where you open yourself up to your potential, where you unlock your potential. And where you sit with that knowing. Those two separate things that had been conflicting now converge with one another. Pisces, Cancer, Mercury. Okay, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for connecting. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.